Okay, well, we're back. I'm still waiting. I believe Crank... No, he's also not in the game. Never mind. I was going to say, I think Crank was covering one of the matches, and I was going to tell you to go to his stream, but apparently that's not going to work. So we are just all stuck in limbo together. Good times. It's a little bit odd, though, because normally this doesn't happen this bad. Like, this is like 20-some-odd minutes of downtime, and it's not like we're sitting here not trying to get into like a game 2 or game 3, but these guys just actually haven't been out of game to message to be like, yo, if you're going to game 3, invite us type thing. Although Keen is out now, maybe we'll see something out of him. And more Penguin, some results.
That'd be good.
Although then he disappeared. But Penguin's still here, so maybe Penguin won?
That'd be surprising.
Yeah, I guess. But Keen's also not... I don't know, it's weird. Keen's like the Terran Billowy. I feel like he's got it in him to beat people, but just doesn't. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but the last time we saw him, he had a really good performance, so...
That's actually... Yes, that's true. I forgot about that.
Because I remember speaking about how he's like that, and then he won really well.
Mm. Well, slow day that it is. At least we know that once the semifinals get going, it's going to be pretty continuous. It's going to be pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know, why did the Olimoleague start time change to be so much later, by the way? Not that I have any problems with the current start time.
It's an hour later, and it's because of daylight savings time.
I feel like, though, we've definitely talked about this over the years. Daylight savings only ends up affecting this, and then they go back to it afterwards. But that should have happened already because daylight savings rolled over.
What?
I don't remember.
So it fluctuates.
I don't remember long periods of time of waking up at 4 a.m. is all I'm saying, instead of 3 a.m.
Well, because the last time we were in daylight savings times, we were in EDT, it was Saturday mornings. And we did fluctuate back and forth then, too. Between 8 and 9, or 8 and 7? 8 and 9, I think. That's what it was back then. It definitely happens all the time, but... I feel like every time you're like, what? Why? They could accommodate for us, but because it's Korean League, right? Like, they don't...
Yeah. Well,
easier for them, they just stay on whatever they are.
The later we start, the better it is, because then we get our European audience, our American audience, all our fans come and get to watch with us, which is always nice. It's just, I don't know, I guess I'm having another Twilight moment of just like, I can't believe it. But hey, we finally have a match ready to go, guys. Took some time. It's GuMiho versus aLive in the first best of 3 for the semifinals.
Okie dokie then. GuMiho has beaten aLive, I think, the last 2 times we saw them.
I don't know. You have to look it up, because I was going to say, just off the top of my head, aLive has some seriously good TvT.
He does. GuMiho has been playing really well lately. Yeah, he 2-1 aLive in the BSTL. And then he 2-0'd him in the last BTSL. Yeah, so the last 2 times aLive GuMiho beat aLive. And then the last Olimoleague they played in, which was in April, aLive beat GuMiho. But that was a month ago. So that is their score up till now. So, my memory, pretty good. I got it.
I done remember things pretty good.
I do.
I need to feed my cat.
Okay. I think... So, aLive needs a minute, and then I think he mentioned his parents.
Oh, that's odd.
Like, they're in his room, I think? I mean... I find it interesting to learn who still lives with their parents and who doesn't. Because it doesn't matter either way, it's just interesting. Because when I see Byun stream, I'm like, is his parents gonna walk in behind him? No? Okay.
He just moved into a new place, though.
Yeah. But it's like, it's a...
Dude!
So Innovation also has his own place.
He streamed with a camera!
I know.
What?
I was watching it. There's a puppy there too.
I know, it's so cute, but it's just like, I don't know, I guess we're just so used to beyond throwing up some Taylor Swift, playing games with no camera, and just thanks subbing all the time.
I think so. Yeah, he still does that.
It was just odd seeing him with the camera, I suppose.
No, yeah. Puppy's pretty cute.
Beyond's one of the few guys I actually wouldn't mind if, even instead of a camera, he just had it like pointed at his keyboard or something. Like, that guy is insane with the way he plays.
It's pretty good. I like looking at pro gamers' backgrounds. So you can see his couch, his bed, and his washer on the left side. There's a one room, but it's very spacious though for a Korean house, a Korean room. His dog is so small, it bothers me. I don't like small dogs, but his dog's cute enough. Like, it's passable.
Dude, do you follow Nitrous on Twitter, Sky?
I follow her on Instagram. She's a corgi, right?
Yeah, oh my god, it's so cute. It was like resting on her leg and like wouldn't go to sleep without her foot being nearby or something. Like, I was dying. I was like, it's so cute.
Yeah, corgis are okay too, I guess. They're not really that small. Like, I'm talking about the small ones. Those are like a chihuahua. That's annoying. Never met a cute chihuahua before. Never.
Zombie Grub's wearing a kitten t-shirt. Just noticed. The real question, though, is are you surprised?
Yeah. And I felt like I have so many moments of feeling like kitten ladies lately. Like,
you've got a super cute baby cat you got to take care of. You absolutely should.
Yeah. But like this morning, Apollo was like, nuzzle, pet me, snuggle me. And then when he stopped, Nugget decided to wake up and like come over and do the same thing. So she like got in my chest and then I wanted to get out of bed, but they both laid down on the blanket, so I couldn't lift the blanket up without disturbing them. So I guess I just stayed. It's
that comic with the cops. They find like the corpse and they're like, "What happened, sir?" There's a cat on his lap. It's like, exactly. Help me! All right, game number 1 in a best of 3. Welcome back to the Olimoleague. Top right side of the map, we got the red Terran player from Psystorm Gaming. It's GuMiho.
Oh, in the bottom left is Blue Terran. He is alive.
This is weird to do on Proxima Station of all maps. There's not a back door or even a good front door that you really get to use Reapers with here. So yes. This decision's a little bit crazy to me, but crazy enough to work? Question mark.
It might be. Yeah. Well, because it's so unorthodox to do this, then the other person probably is going to go for a one base expand, which means that the supply depot is a little bit later, and they only have one Reaper, even if there's only one location to jump up on, so you should still be able to jump up on it. Like, there might be enough of a mind game, but Proxima really is like the do not Reaper map. Like, it's more than just, okay, don't do it because it's a little bit longer.
It's like you contemplate not even scouting with it.
Yeah, like it really is like there's only one tiny position. This should successfully stop all Reaper rushes, but that's why you do it. That's why you get them. Gotcha. It's also not 100% that someone will go for a one base expand on Proxima. There's still, I mean, in TvT there's always going to be one base attacks you can do on any map, but in this case, aLive does take that expansion. Is holding off on the supply depot and the reactor. Hopefully he's holding off the reactor anyways.
I love this, by the way. Rifkin doesn't smoke. He just likes to set shit on fire. Unfortunately, that is a very true statement.
SCV gets some of the shots of the Reaper. That's already pretty bad. As I said, there's no wall off and he cancels the reactor.
I really like the cancel, though. He's doing his best to keep the Reaper alive. Yeah. Oh, this is so cool. But the bunker is being built, and that's GuMiho's, not aLive's.
Yeah. Trying to deny the factory. The thing is, even if that factory finishes, a long time before Cyclone pops out, and aLive might even have enough minerals to get a Cyclone. One Reaper dies, but I think that's okay, because there's not another Reaper on the way for aLive. It's just Marines. They build faster. You know,
the other thing about this bunker is it's also the wall off, right? Like, he can always cancel it just to get in if GuMiho got blocked, but...
It doesn't block the wall, does it? The reactor can still be built.
I guess that's true, yeah, but he's not, is the point, though.
It looks like it. Yeah, there's not. So, this is bad news. I think aLive, he
Whoa.
might just hold on to the Cyclone anyways, but he's already lost too many SCVs.
Yeah, that was the concern here. Like he'll clean this up and stop this from being game over, but it is one of those things where you may have lost so much that it might still be game over. I don't know.
So.
I mean, well, you know, hold the phone though. It is 2 CCs to 1. GuMiho actually didn't slap down his own natural for so long behind this.
If you have like 5 Reapers, you can tango with a Cyclone. Just being very careful. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
No, and he's getting little SCV kills here. I mean, the Cyclone's good,
Yeah.
but it can't split. It's not fast, so yeah. Okay, 1 Reaper gets killed, but it successfully distracted the Cyclone, allowing 3 more to move in. That Hellion should die.
I think this is too much. Not only is it the SCV kills, but you're right, with a second command center maybe could have been made up before he lost like 4 more.
I was
but it's
thinking
also
mules,
the fact that his
but...
starport was denied, so that's like something that Live is just going to be falling behind on further
Oh,
and further.
and he's going to lose more SCVs before these Reapers are done.
Yeah, and this isn't even an orbital, so... this is game-ending damage. But I doesn't want to tap out yet.
There we go,
there we
GG.
go. At least he got the Reapers. Moral victory.
I mean, it's crazy that... This is what I love about GuMiho. This is a map, and the map itself is designed to say no to Reapers. So he's like, okay, sure, why not? Like, that's the logic of GuMiho going into that game.
Yeah. GuMiho is such a crazy guy. He's crazy. It works. It works for him. Not for anyone else.
Oh, wow. Minnie Mouse just followed me on Twitter. I feel really, really cool right now.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm going to tweet it. Wow, shoutouts to me. I got Minnie Mouse following me on Twitter now.
Oh, man.
I could have been a douchebag and screenshotted it. I'm not even going to do it.
Fancy.
Alright, Abyssal Reef. What a surprise! I can hardly believe it.
It's another map. Well, Proxima wasn't a map that is supposed to be popular for Reapers, but this is a map that is sometimes popular for Proxy Reapers. I wonder, though. I wonder. Go, go. Go, go, yo. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
Do you wonder falls?
I wonder why the wonder falls.
Yo, so I'm not super big into Heroes of the Storm, right? And there's this whole
yeah.
Overwatch / Heroes promotion going on right now. Did you see the cinematic they made for it, though? Where it's
No.
like Genji and Diva versus Diablo?
No.
It's actually pretty legit, man. I watched that this morning. I was like, okay, I got some decent nerd chills going on from watching this.
Yeah. I mean, Blizzard always going to be good at cinematics.
Yeah.
No arguing that.
Well, in the top left, he's down a game at the moment. We'll see if he can bring him back here for map 2. It is one of the better Terran players in Korea, aLive.
In the bottom right is the blue Terran. It is GuMiho.
Now this is interesting.
Oh. I brought up the Reapers because it's Abyssal Reef, but also because it's not too uncommon to see someone say, you Reaper me, I Reaper you.
Well, okay, there's that. But what I kind of like more about this is I feel like if aLive sent out like a stupid early scout because he was paranoid about it, and he comes in the front door, things already just look amiss. Not that you put the depot in proxy, but like you're just immediately gonna have question marks, right? Like what's going on here? He just proxy reapered me, and now there's nothing in the main.
I don't know if it looks that amiss.
Well, there's also
Great
not
point.
there's not that many mind games that can be played between these guys, and not because it's TvT either, but like they just aLive and GuMiho know each other pretty well.
That's true, but TvT has a lot of like rules. I mean, there's the one base option for either player, which they're both going for this game, and the one base option does save you from, at this point it really saves you entirely from any proxy Reapers. Like before the Reaper change, or before the Cyclone change, even if you one base, if you missed microed, you were still dead. But like Cyclones have kind of changed that. As long as you were one basing, right? And you had your own 2 Reapers and all that, which aLive did not have last game. So, I mean, they save themselves both from having to deal with that headache. But they also, like, if you're gonna one base, then you don't scout. And, like, that's the one downside to it, I suppose. A lot of safety, but not a lot of scouting. And, I mean, there's a lot. TvT is still an intricate matchup, I guess. But sometimes it does go a little bit standard. So, even though they're both one basing, this might not turn into very much. Reaper's gonna find each other. aLive's playing defensive with his, so he's gonna find GuMiho's.
GuMiho got the first shot though, and aLive knows that. That's a really annoying thing to have to be able to try and judge, because it is such an important factor in these Reaper fights. But the Cyclone follow-up from GuMiho I actually like quite a bit, especially if he's going to continue to be aggressive.
Well, Hellion versus Cyclone. Cyclone does beat the Hellion out for sure, but the Hellion gets over there a little bit faster. I really don't think... this is why the Hellion's always like a little bit of like a... really, Hellion? Really? Because it just... You have as much of a bank to get the Cyclone as you as a Hellion, so that's not the change, but it does affect your further bank. As you can see, aLive still has like 100 more gas. But Cyclone does push everything off. It's such a good all-around unit versus ground.
Well, Ravens coming into play mean one thing, and that's annoying worker harass. What's interesting, though, is I wouldn't put it past GuMiho to even consider possibly playing mech in this matchup. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to be the second Raven to swap things around, right? But I don't know what it is, and I know this is like low-level Rifkin experience here, right? Nothing close to Korean gameplay. But I want to say like 9 out of the 10 TvTs I've played in the last 2 days, everybody's playing mech now, and I don't understand. And it frustrates me because I'm actually really bad at playing bio, so when I play bio versus mech, I'm even worse than normal.
No, you should know all the weaknesses of mech.
I should, but I don't. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can't explain that at all. I have no idea what's up with that. I've played against a few mech players, but because mech is kind of bad, at least I know how to play bio, like I'm used to it, I usually can just like roll over them, and it's like the easiest TvTs ever.
Ugh, I wish.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Cyclone's on the front line. Immediately takes out that Cyclone, or the Hellion, which is nice, but 2 Cyclones on the defense and an auto turret. GuMiho's best bet is just to walk away from this. He's trading out some okay. Whoa, hey guys. He's trading out okay, but that's not worth committing the 2 Cyclones for.
It's a little dangerous. aLive really did have enough. It was more that if aLive hadn't reacted so quickly because he had so many things spread out, then that would have been a little bit scary. Like, the second Cyclone really just popped out, the Raven and Viking had to come on over. It might have been some good damage, but 2 Hellions for 2 Reapers. 2 Reapers are more expensive with the gas. Interesting. So I guess it kind of went in aLive's favor. But GuMiho's still controlling here. He's actually going to go for the bust. The Raven is not in position for aLive.
This is bad. If you guys don't know, Cyclones actually don't fare well against Vikings on the ground because they are mechanical. So this ends up going really nicely. Tank sits up on that ramp, though, because the Viking's not in the sky. He doesn't see it. And that tank is going to blow away this attack.
That was really scary for a second, though. Like, seeing all the units just run into that natural.
It still killed 10 workers, though, which is really alarming. 2 Reapers on the other side of the map looking for some revenge.
Not bad. 2 SCVs, but a fresh mule that was just dropped. It's always nice to get. A couple more SCVs pulled off the line to deal with this, and this is just getting really annoying for GuMiho.
Well, still not close to 10 workers yet.
Well, that's true. And they do get distracted. Nicely done.
Good job, SCVs.
Yeah.
But he did actually lose the Raven, right, on the attack. The Cyclones. Like, there's a lot of gas that was invested out of GuMiho that just got trashed, but his production's not looking too bad. Double Vikings?
Yeah, I still kind of am wondering here who got the better end of it, and I think it might have been just an even trade. aLive is down 4 workers because of the SCV kills, but he got a few more with the Reapers, so that was nice. And he's a little ahead in the army supply and stim, and he has double Raven, which is certainly not something to underestimate. I mean, it might just be close enough that they both go on with their lives, they go on with the game, and it's going to be more about like 2 or 3 minutes later, which it probably is, since no one's being aggressive. That looked more devastating than it really ended up being.
Sorry, I just got the best tweet. I retweeted it. Just check it out. Favorited the
You
crap
are
out
the
of it.
ultimate tsundere waifu. Get the fuck out of here, that tweet.
I would be the best tsundere waifu. You don't even understand.
You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
How wouldn't I? How would I not be? I would be the greatest.
I am the tsundere.
You know, it's not even I would be. I am the greatest tsundere waifu.
No,
You're just
I am.
picky and indecisive. There's a difference.
No, I am the tsundere.
Scan's gonna see the tanks here. The Marine knew what was up too, but that Viking count's gonna be surprising because I think GuMiho is really banking on having Viking control for this. He might not. Point defense drones, auto turrets, or hell, even a weird seeker missile. Like, there's no reason that this should be a walkover. But the point defense drone goes down a little bit late for aLive, so he loses one of the Vikings immediately. But GuMiho's losing tanks on the ground underneath this.
GuMiho somehow wins that air war, despite there being 2 Ravens. Alrighty then. Well, that's good for him, because if he didn't, this would have lasted a much longer time. Even then, still gets 7 SCVs, more coming out here.
I was
aLive
gonna
probably
lose
should
the
not have done
Raven.
that, though. That wasn't worth an auto turret.
Yeah, you can't really break the tanks very easily, which is unfortunate. This is where like one Liberator would be a godsend, right? But Vikings on the ground, again, how much damage? It's like what, 20 damage a shot or something? Like they do a lot to mechanical.
Yeah. It's just barely in range. 11 SCVs die in total, but GuMiho still has an even number of workers, and he has a 3rd CC when aLive went for more production. So aLive still has that army supply that could maybe turn into a lead, but that push wasn't it.
No, it's gonna be tough to get any sort of sneak attack. Like here on the right side, this Marine might scout the medevacs, unless they go really along the edge of the map. Watching vision, he does not see them. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because of course he's got the Vikings. If he's in position, those medevacs are not a problem.
Oh, they're not a problem at all. Without them in position,
Oh, these
GuMiho
are also
doesn't have
low.
anything.
These are also low from earlier.
GuMiho really doesn't have an army. Like, it's really all the Vikings and the Raven. So, this is gonna be really hard to clean up. It successfully denying mining gets 10 more SCVs.
I think the auto
I
turret
guess-
can push it back.
Yeah, like it is only 1 tank. If this was double marine drop, well, yeah. So it does clean it up, but it takes a very long time. aLive's units get out alive, except for that tank too, which is not too shabby.
It's the name
There's
of the
a
movie.
follow-up man here.
Yes, this Marine is garbage. It actually doesn't see this here. Like, I don't know why it's on the ramp.
First marine scout ever.
It is actually the worst Marine scout, for real. The only way it could be
Okay,
worse
well-
if he like went into gas or something.
It looks like GuMiho realized that there was an army there, but you know what GuMiho hasn't done in a while? He hasn't scouted in a while, so he has no idea, or maybe he had some idea, but he didn't actually have any idea that the army was on the way, so... 3rd CC is now down on
Yeah, what's
ready
interesting
for
though?
aLive.
He can clean up these tanks if he lands the Vikings.
Yeah, this was, again, one of those situations where it looked a lot more devastating to not see this coming, and it ends up being okay,
My God, those things just chunk through units. It's ridiculous.
but not Marines. Ah, they get him!
Pick up micro's not bad. But this kind of goes back to I really like that you brought this up. GuMiho didn't feel like he had much of an army because he didn't. Like so much of this was in the Vikings. That if he at any point lost the Vikings, then he loses his army and thus control. And he just did lose those Vikings. Now he's been producing Marines, but combat shields, for example, still isn't done. The Viking count's nowhere near close enough to take on the medevacs, and right now I don't think he can take a proper fight, especially if there's no defensive tank.
He's very close to it, though. This army coming over right here, right now, I think just saved his 3rd base from having to be, maybe not lifted, but be under consistent fire, I guess is the better way to put it.
Well, but aLive's going to be able to get an attack down through the middle. He did that before, he'll probably try and do it again.
Well, the sensor tower has been really useful so far, and while that can definitely slaughter 10 SCDs in a blink of an eye, GuMiho has been able to just barely thwart every single attack. Now, aLive has done enough to take, I don't know about a lead still, like it's a very even game, but he got enough done to make up for his much later 3rd base, which is now done. His upgrades were a little ahead, or a little behind rather, if GuMiho anyway, but now they're going to be done.
That Marine bite was interesting. He split his damage there.
Okay. I thought it was going to be a mistake, but aLive just left instead.
Same. No, but so GuMiho tried to go for the medevac, which was interesting. If he had sniped it, that would have been great, but then decided the last second to go for the tank, and so he didn't get either, but then it just gets awkward because of aLive's decision making.
Yeah. I mean, while it looks like aLive is being, like he is having all his attacks defended successfully, they're doing just barely enough that he still has, like, leads, right? And I would say better leads in like a minute here. Up almost 10 workers. Yeah, the economy has been spiking a lot more for him, and that should turn into production. For instance, a second factory is already on the way for him, and +1 attack for his tanks. Tank, singular, I guess.
This is so awkward for positioning. Vikings from earlier, I kind of forgot about. He shoved him in the corner. This would be great for zoning out the medevacs.
Yeah, I mean, they're so low. They're going to get sniped eventually, but they're nice now. SCV patrolling, I guess.
That SCV's a better scout than that Marine was, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, right? GuMiho with a nice concave of units to defend most points, but Sensor Tower goes down, SCVs can't mine. Yeah, aLive's definitely taking control over this game. Little supply blocks right now, and by a little I mean a lot. Oh damn. Oh damn. aLive! Build a supply depot.
Well, GuMiho's going to help him with that. Takes out 2 of the tanks. This is a little bit odd because aLive is taking these positions down here, and I like this because it's not too committed, but can still deny mining. But once GuMiho actually finally mines this base out, then aLive's in a weird spot where he doesn't really have any decisive spot to hit. GuMiho's been taking really good defensive trades.
It's a good thing GuMiho still has Sensor Tower up. His army positioning is still a little, like, suspicious. If, for instance, aLive came in from the north, there's only 2 tanks defending, those are instantly taken care of. Well, 3, I guess, on the low ground, but still, with a concave.
God, the shitty Marine misses the army.
Yeah. GuMiho brings all his army together now. He knows there's an army to the left side. Now he knows there's an army to the right side. Oh, this is so good for aLive. He's just gonna go for it.
So this army. Yeah, this is the army he was chasing the entire time, but in doing so misses the opportunity. Picks up the command center right away though. Tries to save it. It's probably gonna die to these Marines. So GuMiho's not gonna come home to defend. He's gonna base trade it.
He even brings home those 2 tanks, or bring over the 2 tanks that were still sieged up, and there's really nothing to defend the main base. I don't know where this is gonna go. aLive at such advanced notice.
Oh, he just
happening, but he unsieges his tanks.
That has to be a misclick. There's no way. He had those sieged up in such a good spot.
I'm not sure. Did the Sensor Tower die? He might not know where aLive was, or GuMiho was trying to attack him. I don't know, but aLive is getting a lot of damage done, a lot on top of the production, as well as Marines still live.
Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. He picks up the SCVs and Marines, a weird conglomerate of both. He's going to just sit around that tank, I guess, and try and hope to use it. Back on the other side of the map, though, aLive's production has not been compromised yet, and he's still got enough mining. Like, he could survive off of this.
Oh god, there's Marines there. Oh dear lord.
Oh, okay, that was a little bit scary. He's gonna use the tanks to sort of secure a landing zone. Oh, no,
nope, too risky. Oh god.
aLive's not paying attention over here, though. He's looking over here, so he didn't get the opportunity to snipe those medevacs, which he could have, should have, would have done. No medevac support on this side means the Marines are going to win the war. It's 2-2 versus 2-2. aLive might have a vehicle weapons upgrade at some point, but honestly, the upgrades aren't going to be that big of a deal. Command center goes down.
Oh, that was a cool, nice drop, and I think that was 2 tanks. So 3rd CC, 2 more tanks die. This CC is going to go down. If he kills this one, that's all of aLive's command centers. Oh, he won't get it.
No,
that
but
could have been really crucial.
aLive's lost a little bit. GuMiho's lost a lot more. His production's gone. His army supply's in the gutter. Maybe positioning and tanks will be the advantage here because he does have 5 tanks. It's literally 1, maybe soon to be 2 tanks for aLive. Nobody's shooting at the factories though. I don't feel this for GuMiho, to be honest with you. He's putting a lot of money right now. Oh, this one Marine, please. Everything counts. F2 it.
I hope that one Marine saves the day. Ooh, it's not going to.
The SCVs would have to pre-pull on this one. This isn't looking good for GuMiho. I think aLive's going to win this base trade. GG. Taps out. All right, well done by aLive. That's going to tie things up. I guess we'll go to a quick break and try not to waste the players' time. So we'll see you guys soon for game number 3. Excuse me. You guys could probably just hear that playing in the background. Nice. Well, things are tied up now 1-1 here in the semifinals of the Olimoleague. If you guys want replay packs from this event, quick reminder that we do not release them through regular conventional methods, but you'll have to support the Olimoleague's Patreon to get access to that and other cool perks. So If Olimoleague's lurking around in the chat, you guys can ask your questions about it. That being said, though, with things tied up 1-1, in the top left, it is going to be the blue Terran player, aLive.
In the bottom right is the red Terran. He is Sidestorm Gaming's GuMiho.
Now, this is not the first time we saw Ascension to Ire today. If you guys recall, the last time GuMiho was here, he was able to take some pretty cool positioning on these cliffs and use tanks against Leenock. And while TvT doesn't have the same weaknesses and problems that Leenock was faced with, I would love to see if he takes advantage of those cliffs again. I think there's a lot of really cool ways to zone on this map, and high ground is a big part of that.
Cliffs in general, yeah, for sure. Could be very interesting. We've watched TvT on this map before in the Team Liquid map contest tournaments, and I do recall quite a few attempts at doom drops on this map and one of the other ones, so that might just be where it goes. But certainly the middle of the maps are going to be quite a big of an issue, because it's unlikely this game will go to 5 bases anyways, which is what was Leenock's main problem, taking a 5th where he did. Plus, if you just stick your tanks in one position in TvT, you're just asking to be dropped and run around.
So, shouts to Finalius in chat, by the way, one of our very appreciated subs here on the channel. It's complaining about seeing the King Arthur ads on Twitch. Yo, real talk, I'm not going to lie.
Cool.
I did not think I would want to see that movie. I really want to see that movie.
What? Why?
There was a trailer for it before Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't know, it made me really more interested in it, I guess. Although, I was wondering, I hadn't seen a single trailer for this either until recently, but did you get a trailer for the movie Baby before Guardians?
Baby. No, what's it about?
There's a kid who drives. I thought it was going to be like a Drive third sequel type thing.
I did see that, yes.
Yo, I'm so hyped for that fucking movie. It's got everybody that I love in it. It looks awesome. I love the theme. The music was great. That is a movie I'm really looking forward to, and I had never, ever heard of it before.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either, and the style is really cool. I just wasn't... I didn't really care about the story. From what I saw was the story.
It made me think a little bit of a Smoke and Aces, where it just felt like there's going to be a lot of different plot lines. But the part that sold me was like when they're in the truck, they're talking about Halloween Mike Myers masks. It's like, this is Mike Myers! It's Austin Powers! Yeah, baby!
I appreciated that. It's something that's always confused me when I was younger.
Okay, this might be a bit of an issue. Not game-ending issues, but more for GuMiho, actually. If this timing had hit and he'd been able to cancel the command center, he could have done a lot of zoning with that ramp, bought a lot of time, and it'd be looking absolutely fantastic to get a lead off of this. Problem is, came a little bit too late, so he's not going to get any of that.
No. This wasn't a one-base 2-Reaper opener. He did also expand.
Yeah, their command centers are pretty much on point with one another.
He still takes losses from that opener, though. Like, 1 Reaper extra delays your reactor, and it delays your gas count. So he doesn't have a Cyclone, he's a Wood of Mine. He doesn't have a starport nearly as fast either. So it still was a loss for him. It didn't really work out, but enough.
Ascension to Ire is a surprisingly big map, so being down in the Viking for that first round of production kind of sucks. So then you got to factor in the distance they'll take to travel across the map, and GuMiho I don't think is going to have an advantage in numbers when it comes to offense. Like, unless we're fast-forwarding to 10 or 15 minutes from now.
Well, he will have faster production, so maybe not. aLive preferring tank production initially. So GuMiho, I mean, barracks might be the way to go. Just give you more of the Marines that can actually run around the map and control it a lot more. And only now getting a second Cyclone that Reaper didn't scout very much at all. That was bad. Had Sim on the way, faster for GuMiho as well. aLive goes for a Raven. Different styles of play, just different decisions about what they produce. Raven can certainly make up for any delay on Sim, but Sim can certainly make up for any damage the Raven does.
Well, as long as both players are smart at pulling their SCVs, yeah, I guess. I don't actually know. I wonder, because we've never seen a player, and I've never sat down to do it myself. I wonder what the max kills a Raven could get if, like, nobody moved. Like, if they just all sat there and took the damage full from an auto turret. I gotta imagine that's gonna be like 11 or 12, right? Like,
Probably. I was gonna guess 10, so something around there. So, GuMiho is much faster to Stim at this point. aLive had gotten a tech lab, but I guess it went on to his factory first, and then just like delayed it as well, just waiting for that gas. So that could be a big problem. He has enough tanks though to position around his 2 bases, so that's the benefit he got: 2 tanks to 1, 2 tanks to 2, just 1 tank up at all times. But that's a lot of dead space, not such an ire. And aLive's not the one who put down a supply depot to scout that dead space. GuMiho did, but aLive a little bit left over. I'm just hoping that his Viking and Raven can deal with anything that drops.
I feel like that Cyclone could have made it home. I'm curious what prompted him to just send it out on the map YOLO styles instead. Like, you get caught by 2 Cyclones, you still have time to turn around and run. But oh well, not a big deal. Cyclones are a lot of damage and they're very nice to have, but once we have these tank counts start building up, they're not going to matter as much.
Yeah. They're both sticking on 2 bases for a while longer. 2 more barracks on the way for both parties. GuMiho, it makes sense that he's the fast one to move on the map because he's like timing things out with Stim, whereas aLive moving out in the middle of the map is a little more suspicious. I think he's really hoping not to find GuMiho's army here, because if he gets his army is that if he gets concaved on, he would have lost.
So close to picking off that Raven too. I think that would have been worth taking a couple of seconds for Marine losses. Because now that Raven's going to possibly have two auto turrets, he's got to get that snipe with the Viking. Huge pickoff. Huge pickoff.
Yeah, the Viking's now in trouble too. It takes a little bit of damage from those Marines. Combat show's about halfway done.
Oh, he's going to push.
He's going to wait for it. Yeah, he finds aLive without his tanks.
Oh, that was sick timing too.
This is great.
Yeah, aLive had, like, there was no scan from GuMiho. That was just, like, a little bit of luck and game sense for timing. He pushes through that relatively easy. Now, aLive still has more units to defend with, and tanks are not going to be easily dealt with, but this is tough. GuMiho could at any point just pick up and go to the main.
Yeah. And only just now did aLive Stim finish, so he really didn't even have the mobility. You know, maybe those tanks were in danger if he had it, but now, oh, they unsiege. No, that's not enough.
GuMiho keeps catching aLive with his tanks on siege. I don't know how he does it. Like, this is so sick.
Yeah. I think this time he saw that his army was constantly moving around. Like, aLive doesn't want to just siege up his tanks, because what if he does get dropped? Then he has to unsiege the tanks and then move.
Yeah.
But he really doesn't have a good enough army, especially without combat shields, to not have his tanks siege. So he's going to go for Vikings to hope and deny GuMiho any thought about dropping into the main base. But even 2 Vikings against what might soon be 6 medevacs, I think a drop might still be worth it. Okay, well, down to 3.
Lock on with the Cyclone. It's such a futile and cute thing to do.
GuMiho's not going to go for the drop. He instead backs off, but his army is still better with combat shields. Grabs 1 Viking. Now, GuMiho is later to +1 armor as he got really caught up in the aggression. He certainly has a bank enough to have already gotten it. Just, you know, I think it slipped his mind. And go for his own Vikings as well, as he lost out in the, you know, well, he thought he might, well, I guess this is more just to take advantage of winning the air war after killing the last Viking. But very supply blocked at the same exact time that aLive was last game too. 149, 149. Another base trade potentially happening, but if it does, GuMiho has units already in place.
Wasn't it like 64 was like the common number or something? Like 149 is the new 64?
I don't remember. I know that there's a number. Like, you're not crazy, but I don't remember what that number was.
Well, it's a full-on base trade, guys. So Ace 1, Ace 2 it in chat if you got the emotes. This time, GuMiho's not so disadvantaged. I think one of the big problems with GuMiho last game came into this at a huge supply deficit.
Well, yeah, he had a supply deficit. He also wasn't...
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. aLive. Why?
I think aLive would have lost anyways. Like, GuMiho was almost hoping for a base trade. He had rallied already so many units on that ramp protecting 2 out of 3 of those bases.
Well, congratulations to GuMiho, who will advance on to the finals. It was, in fact, Penguin who defeated Keen 2-1, so we're going to have a ZVT with Innovation and this fella named Penguin, who we keep seeing it far enough in the brackets, but not enough for us to have cast him very much. This will be kind of cool. I think I do recall casting him at least once before.
Yeah,
but I don't recall anything super phenomenal and outstanding, so it'll be really put to the test here with Innovation being his opponent, of all people. Oh,
yeah. It's going to be tough stuff.
Well, ad break. Oh, what are you doing? You got a cat you can show off before we go to the break?
No, they're. Oh, there you go.
No, there's Nugget. She's got such a tiny little face. It's so
I
cute.
know.
All right, quick break, guys. We'll see you soon.